as you can go. Turn it up, y'all. Peak flow. Are you ready? Set. Jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep steady. To the letter, right? Turn it up. We giving the show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? But can you rock it like rocket fuel?
All right, Coach, thank you. There's a look at New Era Field here in Orchard Park, New York. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Atlanta Falcons and the Buffalo Bills. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken about 7 yards deep, and no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go now, let's go now, let's go now. 60 Pittsburgh. Ready, go.
On first down, Hubbard, and he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
Delta.
Looking to throw on second down. Love. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Ready.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5.
Strong. 13, not 13. Hey, man. Watch the boot, watch the boot.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
We got three. Ready.
On third down, it's Hubbard. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Well, so much for picking it up on the ground on third down. Third play of the drive, and this defense showing strong early.
I wonder how much of that was scouting. I wonder how much of that was a gut feeling like, okay, let's just go ahead and sell out here and get after them, thinking they're going to run the football and stuff them early, because they've now set the tone. They've set a precedent right here. If you're going to try and run the ball against us, it could be hard going throughout this game.
Set, go.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
Down.
A couple of first downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10.
3 down, 3 down. Undercrush. Seam 6.
Back to throw. Love. He's going to look deep for Perriman. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Breshad Perriman, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27.
Right there.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. Now the Auburn product, Corey Grant. He'll have a first down past the 40. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Corey Grant, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness, too, of just getting there and taking off and going? For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The run on first down gets him a couple up to the 27. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
On 2nd down now, it's Hubbard. He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally taken down at the 20-yard line. And he will finally be tracked down at the Bills' 20. Well, this is the reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week. Runs like that might get him another award.
Yeah, thunderbolt right out of the gate, huh? How about that, hitting the defense hard early? And, of course, carrying the momentum from last week into this week's game.
Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here.
Ready, 50, lane. Bravo!
3 down, 3 down.
To throw on 2nd down, Love. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
The run there on first down gets him a yard to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Allen fakes the give and keeps himself. That's caught by Jennings. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
Complete to Gary Jennings. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and
5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down. They will run with Grant. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Here's Grant. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40. From the 40 now on 2nd down. Allen. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Rush in, rush in, rush in.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Grant, and he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter of play. 2nd quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 10.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
On 2nd down, it's Grant. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo 1st down. On 1st down, Grant. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It's another 10 yards on that one and another 1st down. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. This is Grant. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the 1st half.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. And now they'll throw with Allen. And finding the tight end Hooper. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Well, they were unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Allen now on 3rd and goal. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
And the 13-year man puts it through, and the Bills have taken the lead. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea. At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Let's go, let's
About
go,
set
let's
to
go.
begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
It's second and 8 at the 44-yard line.
Red, 30 pace, let's go.
Hey, we are.
Quiet, 64, weak.
Tight dog.
Watch the safety creep. You're out. Cut up. Set, go.
Looking to throw on second down. Love. He's going to look deep for pick. That's caught inside the 20. A big-time play there for the Falcons. And even 40 yards. But one thing's for sure, they're going to have to come up with something at halftime because he is absolutely roasting them right now.
They're going to go through the whole litany of things, changing coverages, what are we going to do to put a man on him? The big thing to me is treat it like a good pitcher treats pitching a game. Change your timing, change your location. So sometimes you're up on him, sometimes you're back. Just change up the looks that he sees and make him just a little bit more hesitant.
Ready.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two.
Come on, set. 60 outlaw. 80 weapon. Go. Hayward. Ready, go.
To throw on second down. Love. And he rifles one incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Nice 7, let's go. Mike 13. He's coming. Check in. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Mike 13. You ain't doing nothing today.
Let's go.
Operating from the gun. Love. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. There he goes left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. Third down, passing down. They throw the extra defensive back in there for a nickel package, and it worked out.
And it's not anything that you would think is just great strategy. It's just that when you have 5 defensive backs on the field and an obvious passing down, it's a lot tougher to complete a pass. And on that play, they completed it just to the wrong team, and it cost them 6 points.
Here's Hauschka for the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here we go.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
Exit.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him and they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Ready,
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend.
Check. My game. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. Mike 8.
go.
Looking to throw. Love. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, sometimes those cliches really come true, don't they? When they talk about it takes all 11 to play good defense. We've seen that in this ball game. I think the secondary has to be singled out, though. They are in the presence of every receiver whenever the ball's thrown, and this one they help force another incompletion.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
3 down. Hey, check. 3 down. That goes.
3 buns.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Off the play fake. Love. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They're going to get about 3 here out of this 1st down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
Even. 4 down. Even. Mike, Charlie. Let's go. See it. Let's go, defense. Who we got?
Watch safety creep. Creeping. Safety's creeping.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Tight left.
To throw again. Love. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he is going to score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick six. How would you punctuate something like that, Barton?
You mean with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Hauschka adds the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
This is caught by Antonio Brown. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. This quarterback now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10.
Ready. He's coming. Check him.
Here we go. Mike 13. Let's go.
Ready, go.
Off play action. Love. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
Ready,
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Back to throw. Love. This one caught by Ridley. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
Mike 13. He's coming. Check him. Here we go. Ready, go.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Love. Throw left side complete. That's Hubbard.
Love's pass. Complete to Hubbard. A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down.
Three down. Safe.
Looking to throw. Love. That is caught at the 7. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
Sit. You got to get moving, man. Man moving. You got to get that. Mike. Push him back. Push him back.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
It's a 5-receiver set, 3 to the left, 2 to the right. So it's still 1st and goal, but now they get to try from a bit closer.
Bravo. Rep. Mike 8. I got you. Mike 8. Bound to lose one. Mike 8. All day, baby. All day. Haywood. Jet.
And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay. So that one will be accepted.
All day, baby. Let's go.
The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for 1st and goal.
Mike 8. Let's go one more. Mike 8. Here we go. Mike 8. Exit. Good. Watch it. Ready.
From the gun, Love. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Ed Oliver forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added onto their lead, but that was a drive that was so long it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game. But we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive, and he's going to profess that he was happy to get points, and we know that's not true. Okay, after this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Hey, they're scared. Hey, tight. Check.
Pass 85.
Allen from the gun on 3rd down. Escaping the pressure right. Allen hit. He lost the football. And the Falcons say they have it. They do.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about any more.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 at the 30-yard line.
22 jet bomber. Check.
On 2nd down now. It's Hubbard. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get them much at all.
No, not at all. That leaves them with 3rd and long, which means you got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Love. And that will be incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
Let's go, baby.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off by DeMonte Casey. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Tight end left. Tight end left.
We got 4. Go!
They'll try the left side. Hubbard working his way for a gain of 7 to the 26.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
At the Bills' 26-yard line.
Where we go? Check safety. Check safety.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Hubbard, and he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Off the play fake. Love. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's a gain of 5, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 16-yard line.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. From the gun, Love. Hard throw, incomplete.
These guys had to settle for a field goal their last time moving the ball down the field. They may have to do it again on this drive. That could be frustrating.
Yeah, I don't want to be cliche, but at least they were able to get 3 last time. 3 here, not the worst thing in the world. The kick by Maher is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. They go back to Grant. And some room to run now. Accelerating, and off he goes. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Corey Grant, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Bills will add on to their lead. He's turning in a heck of a game. He's creeping up towards 200 yards, a pair of touchdowns now to go along with it.
There's so many things we can talk about in his game because we're seeing it all from him, but I love his vision. He's seeing the holes develop. He's seeing holes develop before they actually open. He's making sure he's getting to the right places, very decisive in his cuts, but his vision has been the key to all these big runs in this game.
And on that last long run, we got a pretty good look at his speed as well.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, field goal, field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Here we go, D. Get off the field. Ready, go.
Back to the ground, this time with Gurley. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Airing it out, looking for Ridley. That's caught inside the 20. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 45 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Now a give, right side. Covered. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. Back now in Buffalo. It's the Falcons. They'll have the football, but trailing on the scoreboard as we get set to begin the 4th.
Ready. 13. He's coming. Check in.
Let's go, D.
Box track.
13, Mike 13.
Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Go.
To throw on 2nd down. Love. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches, I always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. But they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed.
He's coming. Double up.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Love. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight. And this a 39-yard attempt. The kick by Marr is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. Well, with that field goal, you can argue they needed to get back within 2 scores, and they did indeed do that, but still a pretty uphill battle.
Still got to take 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns to get back into it. And as you and I know, that's a tall order against any NFL defense. They're going to need their own defense to make some plays as well to give them an opportunity.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They'll keep it on the ground. Grant. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Mike 5-5. Mike 5-5. Here I come. I got it.
On 3rd down, it's Grant. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
You can't block me. You can't block me. Watch out, watch out.
On 2nd down, it's Armstrong. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation. Under 4 to play now. Clock running, 3rd down. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Armstrong. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bills